Welcome to another edition of the Truth Zone. As always, this is your host, Truth Seeker here. And as always, there are a lot of strange and weird and eerie things happening. And as always, I would ask that you would please like the video, comment down below. And if you are new to the channel and you enjoy the content, please consider subscribing to the channel and turning on all notifications so you will never miss another show. The first topic I wanted to talk about in today's show is former FBI Director James Comey posted up this mysterious photo that he deleted that says 8647. And 86 is obviously a term associated with removing or unaliving somebody. And obviously 47 is referring to Donald Trump, who is the 47th president. And it's just very bizarre how out of nowhere he posts this up. And we all know everything that has been going on with Trump. We all know about all of the things that has surrounded this man. Case in point, what happened to him last year. And this is all by design because this is all part of their plan. And something else very interesting about this is from the date of 9/11/2001 until the date where James Comey posted that up. Look at this right here. 8,647 days from 9/11 until this post. Now, that is all done by design because these people always communicate in codes. These people always communicate with hidden messages. So it's no surprise at all that he posted what he did up when he did, because they know the times and the places to post stuff. They know exactly the certain dates when to post stuff to align with certain numbers. This is why certain unalivings take place on certain days too. Case in point, Pope Francis. All of this is by design, but here is Donald Trump talking about what James Comey posted.
He knew exactly what that meant. A child knows what that meant. If you're the FBI director and you don't know what that meant assassination. And it says it loud and clear. Now, he wasn't very competent, but he was competent enough to know what that meant. And he did it for a reason, and he was hit so hard. Because people like me, and they like what's happening with our country. Our country has become respected again, and all this. And he's calling for the assassination of the president.
Obviously, he apologized and said he doesn't.
Well, he
wasn't
apologized
calling for violence. But
look, he's a very bad.
What do you want to see happen?
What
do you want to see happen?
I don't want to take a position on it because that's going to be up to Pam and all of the great people. But I will say this: I think it's a terrible thing. And when you add his history to that, if he had a clean history, he doesn't. He's a dirty cop. He's a dirty cop. And if he had a clean history, I could understand if there was a leniency, but I'm going to let them make that decision.
So what do you all think about this? Do you think that this is all part of their plan for something in the near future, like I do? Or do you think there is nothing to this at all? I don't know, but there is definitely a lot of bizarre things happening in the year 2025. And you can add this to the list of weird and bizarre and spooky things happening. Again, I don't know. I'm just asking the questions. That's all that I am doing. Oh yeah, and for YouTube purposes, this is for entertainment purposes only, just in case. But at the end of the day, there is a lot of weird and bizarre things happening. And something else I found very interesting is it took 133 cardinal electors to select the new pope, right? Well, if you add 86 and 47 together, you get 133. And remember that photo, that AI photo going around of Trump as the pope? I'm not saying that there is any connection there whatsoever. I just find that very interesting. Does anybody else find this to be interesting too? Again, maybe all of this is just one big coincidence. And something else, because remember, again, you can't really question stuff, or they might lump you in with certain people, or they might try to take you down. So again, I'm just asking what is going on, what is happening. That's all that I'm doing. But look at this. California rocked by multiple earthquakes along fault line, and they are poised for the big one. Again, you can't really just come out and question everything anymore, because if you do, well, they might come after you, but I don't care. I'm about the truth. And if you know exactly what is going on here, because yes, weather events happen because we are in the end times, right? But at the same time, these people are messing with things. They really are. And this is why stuff like this is happening, because they do have an earthquake machine. They do. So there are different ways for them to mess with stuff. So you tell me what is going on, but it really seems as if they are setting the stage for a major event to come in the near future with California, because there was even a video circulating around of somebody recording the TV screen, showcasing at the bottom of a news broadcast talking about how in one day there will be 10,000 earthquakes. And that's not all with the bizarre and strange stuff going on with the weather, because apparently the mysterious fog has reappeared in Florida. Has anybody else seen this mysterious fog near them? And this video that I'm going to play comes from Conscious Juice on TikTok. He's also on YouTube, and he is just asking what is going on with this mysterious fog. Again, there are a lot of bizarre and weird and eerie and strange things happening. I'm asking what is going on. That's all that I am doing. And I will leave it to you, the viewer, to decide what is going on, because I know most, if not all of you, know exactly what is happening, exactly what is going on with everything. Case in point with the earthquakes, this mysterious fog, and the list goes on and on and on.
Y'all, I don't know what's coming out of this fog, but I was able to adjust my eyes, right? Because I'm looking in a dark corner, right? My house is a little darked out right now. And I'm looking and I'm seeing all these particles, y'all, it's like trillions of particles falling down. Can y'all see that? Y'all can see it off my, what's it called? My, the screen right there, the little black screen. Look at that, Look at all these particles falling down, y'all. Look at this. My camera's trying to look. Oh my goodness, y'all. Look at this. Look at all these particles that are coming out of this fog. Y'all think I was joking, man? Look, the sun's trying to come out as well. Oh my goodness, bro. Y'all see that? It's a lot of particles just falling out. Look at this. Look at that. That is crazy, man. I wonder how it's going to affect us, because I wonder how people got affected from the fog before. And like I told y'all, man, I've been hearing sirens like crazy. Something is going on here. Wow, look at this. Look at this.
So again, has anybody seen this bizarre, mysterious fog near you? Has anybody experienced any type of symptoms from said fog? Again, this is some very interesting stuff, because at the end of the day, they are trying to take us out. They really are. It is all about population control. This is what it all boils down to at the end of the day. And speaking of population control, this guy got a rotisserie chicken from Costco, and well, let's just say he did not like what he found inside of this chicken. Check this out.
I'm so disgusted right now with Costco chicken. I just came back from returning my rotisserie chicken, it was completely infected or it has some type of disease. I've never seen a chicken this disgusting in my life. I've never seen something even close to that foul from any type of animal that I've bought anywhere else at any other store. This was actually disgusting to see.
So again, that is absolutely disgusting. That is absolutely foul. What is going on? What is happening? And again, is this even real chicken at all? One has to wonder because again, everything is not what it seems, and they are feeding us GMOs, genetically modified food. They really are. And again, this is just foul right here. This is absolutely disgusting stuff. And again, is this even chicken at all? Because again, Soylent Green is people, right? And this could be what this is. I don't know. You tell me, but remember the recent KFC commercial that came out showed you exactly what they are doing, showed you exactly what they are feeding us, specifically at these restaurants. Oh yeah, it's not just chicken that you are consuming at said restaurant. No, it's something deeper than that. Again, what do you think about all of this? And something else I wanted to get into is CERN. Oh yeah, CERN. Look at this. Physicists have turned lead into gold in a scientific first using CERN's Large Collider. I mean, come on. Using their Large Hadron Collider to turn lead into gold. Maybe this would explain why everybody has been feeling a certain way here recently with how time feels as if it's speeding up more and more and more and more because you have CERN doing all of this crazy stuff.
You won't believe this. Scientists at CERN, the Large Hadron Collider in Switzerland, those in the know what's going on there. They're trying to open up a portal into the next dimension, the other side. That's neither here nor there. What have they just done? This was on ABC News. Actual real alchemy is real. CERN transformed lead into gold. They transformed the atoms of lead into gold atoms. For the first time ever. People have been trying to do this for millennia, transforming cheap metals into gold. This is actual magic, actual alchemy. This is why we are living in the book of Revelations right now. This is the revealing that we are living in a very magical world. And, oh yeah, magic is 100% real, people. I spent 10 years in the film industry with people, actresses, trying to recruit me into chaos magic cults. Some of them thought I would make like a good, I don't know, people trying to do the next big Aleister Crowley movie kinda liked me. I don't know why. Terrifying. Scary, scary stuff. Stay away from the black magic kids. But fact of the matter is, life is changing here on planet Earth very quickly. Keep your eyes open.
And CERN actually restarted back up on April 16th of 2025, so they say. And then look at all of the crazy stuff that happened in April. Now, obviously, God has the final say on everything. He is the one that is in control, but these people are trying to mess with everything, trying to open up these portals to hell, and the list goes on and on and on. So you tell me exactly what is going on here. And as you continue reading in the article, it says, researchers at CERN's Large Hadron Collider achieved the once impossible dream of alchemists by turning lead into gold, but only for a split second. So again, this is some very bizarre stuff right here indeed. And again, maybe this could be why people have been feeling a certain way recently. Maybe they've been messing with a lot of stuff. Maybe this has caused time to speed up more and more and more and more. I don't really know. Again, I know that at the end of the day, as I already stated, God is the one that's in control. And I know the Bible talks about how the days would be shorter, but this is just some very interesting stuff indeed. And what do you think about all of this stuff? Because What else I find interesting about all of this is the fact that Donald Trump has been talking about this golden age, right? And he's obsessed with gold. And then you have this going on with CERN, them turning lead into gold for a split second, so they say. So it seems like everything in a roundabout way is connected with each other. It really does, because this is just very bizarre. Everything happening anymore in the year 2025 is very bizarre, very interesting, very strange, whatever you want to call it. There is definitely a lot of odd things going on in the year 2025. There has been a lot of weird things going on for years and years and years and years, but this year specifically has been one for the ages. And again, it really does seem as if time is just zooming by. Because think of this, as of the time of you watching this video, we are pretty much halfway through said year. It is already halfway through the current month. It is already halfway through, as of the time of you watching this, May. I mean, that is just mind-blowing. Where is time going? It just seems like the days anymore are running into one another. And again, does CERN have anything to do with this? The way things are, the way people are acting, and the list goes on and on and on and on. I don't know, you tell me, but at the end of the day, as I've stated on multiple different occasions, God has the final say on everything. But again, the fact that they are doing crazy, wild, bizarre stuff like this, turning lead into gold for a split second, so they say, it makes you wonder what else they are doing that they are not telling us about. That's what I'm wondering. And I'm sure that each and every one of you are wondering the same thing as I am. What is really going on anymore? Could this have caused that crazy power outage in Spain and other places? Could this have been what caused it? But as always, there is a lot of weird and bizarre and strange and disturbing things going on. One more thing I wanted to add to today's show, because this is very bizarre, is human remains were found down the road from Taylor Swift's Rhode Island mansion. And this is amid fears of a New England serial killer. But what's very bizarre about all of this is the fact that Donald Trump posted up a mysterious cryptic message about Taylor Swift.
Hold up. Human remains found just a block away from Taylor Swift's secluded mansion, literally out in the middle of nowhere in Rhode Island? Really? Be right back.
Human remains were found right down the road from Taylor Swift's Rhode Island mansion as fears that a New England serial killer is on the loose.
This story is so eerie and wild and honestly shocking. Human remains were found in the Watch Hill neighborhood of Westerly, which is where Taylor Swift's Rhode Island mansion is located. Police were called to respond to reports of what someone suspected were human remains. They arrived and discovered what appeared to be a human leg bone.
And only the leg bone was left? What happened to the rest of the body? Again, like a block from her house, at the peak of Rhode Island, secluded in the middle of nowhere. This happened to be right by Taylor's house. I'm sure all the stuff in the background has nothing at all to do with this story. Really doesn't, just, you know. But let me ask a reasonable question. Who's all going down here besides Taylor? Wouldn't it be like off limits? And I'm just saying, this kind of looks like that kind of house. I wonder who the culprit could be. Completely irrelevant. Have y'all seen where she was wearing a snake and doing a photo shoot making fun of the forbidden fruit? Or right here where she was dressed up as a high priest. I'm not gonna say what kind of high priest, but I'll tell you it does have something to do with the background. And completely irrelevant, just a question. I wonder what kind of practices would cause someone to get possessed. Pretty crazy stuff though. Let me know anything below.
So you tell me what is going on with this, but this is very bizarre stuff. As always, I do want to hear from each and every one of you. I can't thank you enough for your continued prayers and your continued support. God bless each and every one of you. And this is Truth Seeker signing out.